Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Tings. This is a shout out to Jerry, Michelle, all those people who see me on the road and tell me keep up the good work and then give me the encouragement to come out and educate and allow people to know things that are happening in Barbados which the populace is not aware of. Now, there are a lot of things in Barbados which we as Barbadians do not know of. We only hear about them after they have happened, especially when there are events which could be conducive to us and things that are happening where the people or authorities want them hidden. I'll give you a perfect example. Right now as we speak, it is alleged that a second form student at Lestevon School just slapped a female teacher in her face, cuffed her in her chest, and kicked her. My understanding is that there was a meeting being called by the principal for only teachers, even though there are other staff there who play extracurricular, who deal with extracurricular activities and other matters within the school, who should also be called to these meetings here, because these people also play a pivotal role because the students are not always in class. These are things that are happening that we don't know of. As we speak here in Barbados, our Prime Minister flies near and far to allow people to know the standard of living in Barbados, and to invite people here for the regathering, to invite people here for tourism, etc. Well, I'm not saying she shouldn't do this, but tell them also that Barbados is a struggling economy. Explain to people and let them know that there are people living in Barbados who do not have waterborne toilets, who still use pit toilets, who have no running water, who have no electricity, who do not have the means to send to school their children, who have no fixed place of abode. Regularly on a Saturday, try to go down and speak to those people who are homeless. You see them congregating along Independence Square, in the park, and different parts of Bridgetown. You understand? We have people here who look outwardly as if they're living good, but when you go home, there's no food in the fridge and they have no utilities. These are things that are happening here in Barbados. And people are complaining because it looks as if when you try to do something for yourself, the small business people, they're trying to oppress them more and more with some form of taxation. This tourism accommodation thing was halted the other day, yesterday, you understand? But it was putting pressure on smaller people. It baffles me where you subsidize big hotels and don't want to put taxation on the small people trying to do a B&B. You understand me? I also want to speak about something, and I haven't spoken about it, but people ask me what I think about this. What I think about Jeffrey Bossett being appointed as president of Barbados. No, can't say that I know Mr. Bossett on a personal level. He went to school, he went to common mirror with me, but he was older than I am. I've had some association with him when he was running for the city of Bridgetown. All right? And I know him otherwise when he used to play table tennis and stuff like that. But what I'm looking at is if you are doing things, why don't you come to the public and ask them how they feel or hold a vote as far as certain things are concerned? I'll tell you why. We've had governor generals, we've had a president. At no point in time have any of them come from running or campaigning or being political in any way. We have never had a governor general or president who has been involved in elective politics. And now you put somebody who ran as a representative for this particular administration, and now you appoint them. Obviously, it will look like favoritism. Some will say nepotism because there are allegations of other things. You understand? Some will say all kinds of things, right? I'm just putting in my 2 cents worth. I believe a lot of things that are being done need to be put to the populace first. When these people came, they brought a manifesto of transparency. They spoke about transparency. This is what they told you they would do in order for you to cast your vote in their favor. And now they're in, we've been made republic without referendum. We are having a president without any say so from anyone. All right, my understanding is that soon the Speaker of the House will be an appointment. It wouldn't be an elected member from the constituencies anymore. You understand? It would be something that would be done via the Parliament themselves, and the person would have a permanent appointment, so to speak, and change just how you do judges. That's my understanding. I'm not sure. I might not be factual here, but this is what I'm hearing through the grapevine. There are a lot of things that are happening which we the populace are not hearing, which we the populace are hearing about after the fact. Now Cuba is coming here where they're bringing in some African contingent from Ghana to come here to Barbados to do networking and to build ties, relevant to businesses, etc. I am sure quite a few people have not heard of this. You understand? They will be having some kind of function at the Lawyers Sanford Center. We hear about these things sometimes after the fact. If you are affiliated with certain people, you hear about things. You understand? And only certain people, family and friends of certain people, are given choice opportunities to get things. And this isn't right. Come on, man. Let some of the money that's coming in trickle down, if there is any coming in. We're boring. Boring is now an industry in Barbados. You understand? Because that's the most thing we're doing. We're not investing in other entities. And the poor people are becoming poor. And those that are middle class are now becoming poor. And the rich are becoming middle class. And it is a digression in all strata. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. You tell me your opinions, please. Tell me if I'm talking out of my mouth or the side of my face. You understand? And tell me how you feel. Do you feel that we are experiencing improvement? Do you feel that we are hearing about the things we should hear about? Are there job opportunities for you, your children, and your children's children? Do you see yourself as having a home here in Barbados in the not too distant future? Do you see yourself being able to buy a piece of this rock? Because it looks to me as if everybody from outside is coming here, buying up all the land, who ain't buying it fairly, tricking people out of it. And the Barbadians are being dispossessed and disenfranchised. Tell me what you think. I have another episode of this I'll bring out later on this evening because I want to speak about this land thing really, really serious, all right? But anyway, you keep your spirits up, keep your tempers down, and remember, do something good for somebody here. This is Winston Clark, and I'm out.